It's 2016 in Moscow. Igor Ryzov sits across from a stubborn oligarch in a dimly lit conference room, the air thick with tension. The oligarch refuses to budge, pushing for terms that seem non-negotiable. Igor leans in, calm but fierce, deploying a technique few outside the Kremlin know. What secret moves does he use to dismantle this ironclad resistance? This isn't just any negotiation. It's the Kremlin School, where every word is a weapon and every gesture a clue. Before making any demand, Igor digs deeper. Negotiations are battles of information, and knowing your counterpart's secret priorities can flip the entire table. In one story, Igor meets Roman, an oligarch fixated on quick profit. But during a break, Roman's phone buzzes with news about his daughter falling ill. Suddenly, his rigid stance softens. Igor seizes this moment, shifting the conversation toward longer-term stability, Roman's real priority masked in plain sight. Think of negotiating like chess, but your opponent hides the pieces. Each question Igor asks is a probing move, each pause a strategic threat. This method reveals what your opponent really values, far beyond the numbers on the table. Once you identify hidden agendas, negotiations stop being blind exchanges. They become laser-focused strikes that win not just the deal, but trust. The real payoff? Deals don't just close, relationships deepen, leaving everyone better off. Tension is thick, someone's digging in heels. Igor's next tool, the Kremlin icebreaker, a disarming first move designed to crack the chill and open real dialogue. In a high-stakes session with a stubborn government official, Igor starts with a simple but unusual question. Tell me about the most beautiful place in your hometown. The official's guarded stare breaks for the first time, revealing a vulnerable human side that deflates the icy negotiations. The icebreaker works by deploying empathy, like a precision tool rather than a soft sentiment. It disarms suspicion and replaces defensive walls with curiosity. Imagine lighting a match in a freezing room. Suddenly, everyone can warm up to negotiation. Once tension melts, deadlocks dissolve effortlessly. Opponents become collaborators. Igor's takeaway: never underestimate the power of authentic connection to unlock even the toughest deals. Sometimes you must draw the line, but rejecting a proposal harshly can blow the whole deal apart. Igor's no is a velvet hammer that builds respect instead of resentment. During a tricky contract negotiation, Igor faces an impossible demand: unlimited liability. Instead of bluntly shutting it down, he says, "That's a risk I can't accept today, but here's what we can explore." This subtle pivot makes no a gateway to compromise rather than a dead end. The mechanism is known as the no sandwich, softening a refusal by offering alternatives and positive options before and after saying no. It's like serving a hot chili with a cool yogurt dip, heat without burn. The result? Objections morph from roadblocks into joint puzzles. Instead of eroding respect, your no becomes a foundation for creative solutions that satisfy both sides and leave the door wide open for future talks. Remember that oligarch across the Moscow table? The secret to winning him over was never about brute force. It was about knowing his hidden priorities, melting ice with a simple question, and saying no in a way that kept doors open. Try this today. Before your next tough conversation, ask one unexpected personal question to break the tension. It's your first step into the Kremlin School of Negotiation. Subscribe for more book summaries like this one.